You know we're here to party because it's guitar solo time. Woo-hoo. Hello and welcome back to Shelf Centered. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you for liking and subscribing and doing all those YouTube things that I'm getting better at saying and telling people to do. Anyway, I wanted to get into today, right into it. What are kind of my mandatory reads for next year? I wanted to kind of get an idea of that. I really screwed up my TBR when I tried to do a TBR video the first time on this video, and I kind of overly did it and included everything and then really didn't do a great job. But I think what I was really intending was something like more like this video, and so I'm slowly learning, and we're getting to it. So I wanted to do this one to just kind of go, okay, here's generally where I think I'm going. I am still quite a bit a mood reader, but a mood reader who acknowledges that he has an issue and that if I don't at least plan a healthy amount of things and kind of make myself stay to some kind of schedule, then I will then not ever finish series, or I'll read the first in about a billion series and never keep going. So obviously there has to be some structure to my mood reading nonsense. But anyway, so to get right into it, I think the first thing I already have been pretty clear about on the channel is the reread for the Stormlight Archive, and it's a read-along reread with Jolene Reads. It's going to be on her Discord, and I'll include links in the description, but I did want to, it's just going to be a reread for The Way of Kings for me, and then everything else is going to be non-reread. So we've got Way of Kings in January, and then what is it? April, I believe, we start with Words of Radiance, and I can put the schedule also in the description. And we're doing every 3 months, and so I believe that puts it at about July for this one. April, May, June, yep. For Oathbringer, we're not breaking oaths, we're bringing them. Sorry. I actually don't have Rhythm of War yet, but we'll get there. Plus, I do have Arcanum Unbounded, but for some reason that didn't make it here. Anyway, so those are the things. That's kind of the big main one for next year that I am committed to no matter what. I'm so excited for that. I've been excited for way too long. All right, next one. So the next is I have been rereading too many things lately, but Malazan Reread is what I've been doing. I slacked in December on Reaper's Gale, so that's one thing I need to get up to speed, but I'm guessing I'm at least going to have Reaper's Gale, Toll the Hounds, Dust of Dreams, and The Crippled God. I don't have those present. I do have them in my library, both on audio and physical book, because I have issues. But this is going to be, really, I'm going to hopefully commit to, this is my only rereading for next year. They're big enough, right? So clearly, I've never used to be a rereader, and all of a sudden this last year I reread so many things, and now I'm going, okay, I want to read new things again. So, but we'll keep that going with kind of along Mike's book review, so I clearly have to catch up just a little. All right, I've been talking about keeping along with my Terry Pratchett. I just finished Sorcery about a month or two ago. Want to get into Weird Sisters, also brought along Pyramids. I hear that one's one of the ones where it really starts to get really good, but I've been really happy so far, and they're just so good and silly and fun. So these, I would assume, I want to try to do more than just one Terry Pratchett a year. I would like to read this quicker than in the next 35 years. So we're going to try at least two, if not quicker than that, because I do love them. It's just I also want to read everything else, and even just attempting to do that in the fantasy genre is almost impossible. All right, I did finish Dune, and so my thought is, what a better time than to jump into Dune Messiah, Children of Dune, maybe even further this year, but I do want to kind of keep up. I actually want to read the actual series. I've only ever read Dune before, and so I figured that would be a good one to at least keep going. Let's not lose it. We don't need to keep rereading things to have to keep going and reading more things. First time that I read Dune, I think I was convinced that the rest just wasn't as good, and so it was just not worth going. But I've since changed my mind on that, and at least I'm going to try more. All right, I've already talked about this one in previous TBRs, but this one's actually going to get done, I think, sooner rather than later. So we've got some Douglas Adams, Life, the Universe, and Everything. Really excited for that one. All right. This is one I need to get back into again. I want to keep moving. I did read Chasm City this last year, and I would like to keep going in Alistair Reynolds' Revelation Space universe, and looking forward to that one. All right, I've been kind of crazy about this one, and or about Ian M. Banks lately. I read 2 culture books last year. I want to keep that going, keep that up. So at least I want to commit to trying to fit one more in. I hear this is one of the better ones. Use of Weapons. Really looking forward to that one. So that is definitely on the list. This is one that I've had on my list for ages. I did finally read some Robin Hobb and finish the initial trilogy, but then I've been putting off, for some reason, the Live Ship Traders. So that's what I want to get, Live Ship Traders moving. So I've got Ship of Magic there, Mad Ship, which I believe is number 2, and Ship of Destiny. These are healthy chunkers. So I think I have one of these at least on audio, so we'll see if I might supplement some on audio, but I at least have these beauties physically, and I think that'll be fun. I really want to get back into her worlds. She's got just great stuff. All right, another one I wanted to keep moving on. I read Sailor on the Seas of Fate by Michael Moorcock, and this actually has the first 3 books, so I'm actually on The Weird of the White Wolf, so it'll just be the last third of this combined edition. They're so weird and awesome, and it's even called Weird of the White Wolf, so I am really excited for that. All right, Roadside Picnic. I'm going to put it up. I know I just got it, and all my other books that I've been meaning to read and that have been sitting on my shelf for like 10 years plus are probably shaming me right this second as we speak, because I'm popping this one higher up on the list than I should. But Moy's been talking about this for so long on Media Death Cult that I gotta read it. So I'm really excited, and it's such an easy one, I think, to fit in, that it should not be too crazy to jump into. All right, before I get into kind of more of the books that I wanted to read, there was, just on audio, because I want to kind of commit to some more too on audio. These are going to be ones, before I jump into the audio ones, where if I have the time, these are ones that I've been dying to read for ages, and I need to pop them up on the list much higher and much sooner than they have been. One of those is Tough Voyaging by George R. R. Martin. I hear these are just really, really good. I've got this older version. I actually, funny enough, also have a newer version for some reason. I've got all kinds of Tough Voyagings. So I read Legend ages ago. Again, this is one of those, it's been on my list for so long. I've got The King Beyond the Gate, and I have literally, I think, the rest of the series in my collection. And here we are, still haven't even broken this one open. So if we have the time, this one's on the list. See, look at me being pragmatic with my ridiculous full year TBR. But these are just the ones I really, really want to kind of get to. This is one I've been, sneak peek, that I read the first 5 Amber books, the Chronicles of Amber by Roger Zelazny, ages ago, and I need to read the rest. I actually have the big, huge one, but this is actually the next one up. I found it, and I was like, hey, maybe that'll entice me to read it quicker. For some reason, I love reading mass market paperbacks way more than I do any other type of book, even Kindle, even hardback. Hardbacks look the best, clearly, but a good, just, I don't know, for some reason the feeling in my hands, maybe it's just something growing up or whatever. I read a lot of mass market paperbacks, but they just feel the best to me. And so anyway, but this is one, again, if I can have the time, I really would love to get back into Amber, because I absolutely loved those first 5 books. They're just such quick, awesome reads, and that's one of those, do I reread? I shouldn't do it. Okay. I realized I had missed a couple, so inserting this just luckily right as I was done finishing. Couple more. I did want to read some Janny words. I need to get up on this series. She's literally just now finishing the final volume. That now is the perfect time to jump in. And so I wanted to get Grand Conspiracy on my list as book number 5 in the Wars of Light and Shadow, which will put me at the halfway mark. I also wanted to finish up A Sail by Ian C. Esselmont. That'll be the last in the Malazan Empire series. So I wanted to read that, finish up that series. And then my goal was, I couldn't figure out which one. I have this, it's getting pretty, I bought it this way, but it's pretty messed up. But the Bachman books, I want to read one of these. I was debating which one. My first thought was The Running Man, because it's definitely science fiction. I've already read The Long Walk. I could reread it. I would love to reread it, but I'm not going to reread. Okay. All right, sorry. But Rage or Roadwork, I was thinking Roadwork or The Running Man were kind of what I had it down to. So those are the last ones that I totally forgot to throw in as well. All right, audiobooks. Let's see. So I'm going to be popping those ones up, but I have my computer handy. All right, before I'm actually going to be doing a conversation with Steve and some other people with Andrew's Wizardly Reads too, I just found out. And we're going to be talking about Stone and Shield by Thomas J. Devon, so I'm excited to do that. And that's one, I will read that. That is literally, I am about 30 minutes from finishing Empire of Silence, and then that will be my next audiobook. So I might even finish it before this year is out, to 2021, so we'll see. I want to read Chaos Reigns, Oath Broken by Jared Smith. I just got that one. I'll have to add that to a new book haul. That's one. On audio, I want to read Ghostwater by Will White, the next in the cradle, and I assume we're going to get further than that. I'm not going to be able to just hold off on just one. All right, then as far as audiobooks, I also forgot to add some more here, so we're throwing these in. I also have The Pariah by Anthony Ryan. I've got Blade's Edge, and I know I've talked about these by Virginia McLean, and so these are books that they've been on the previous TBR, and still I called it the fall winter TBR, so I think I'm still within that to keep it. But I just wanted to again emphasize that I am still going to read those. And then also The Hellborn King by Christopher Brenning, and those are already on my TBR list. But again, this is my 2020. What I'm going to get to, I'm pretty sure those are pretty doable. I'm kind of keeping the audiobooks open. That is the one that I do a little faster, a little quicker. I get to, I think I'm more, these are the physical books. For some reason, I plan these out a little bit better anyway. And so it just makes sense to get those a little bit more set in stone. Now, obviously I'm a mood reader. I hope to follow this. I don't see me not following it for the most part. I almost 100% guarantee there's going to be some that just won't happen. But I think for the most part, this is going to be a good one. So hopefully I didn't miss any more, my word. But we'll see. Because again, things will come up too. There will be suddenly a new Dresden Files book, and I'm caught up on that. And so you better believe I'm jumping on those types of things. I might, and just missing it, I still have, which was it? Briefcases, I think I still have to read. So that one might show up as well. But anyway, what are you planning on reading? What are your must reads for next year? I'm dying to know. Please let me know. it's just fun to look at a new year. What are we reading? That's all I think about anyway. um, anyway, it's just, I don't know. There's something, and that's where, I don't know about you, but does anyone else have this issue where you finish a book and then you're almost, it just have too many options and you want to read them all, and then you take forever to start your new book? I have that all the time, and so this will hopefully help that a little bit. Narrow it down a little, at least slightly. I've already thought it through. This is what I've already told people. Now it has to happen, right? So anyway, hey, love you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. We'll see ya. Bye.